Now, Cristiano Ronaldo's controversial interview is making headlines around the world. So how will that affect Portugal's preparation for the World Cup? I tell you what, let's go live to Lisbon and find out, because Gary Cotterill is there for us. Gary.
Yeah, you know where the rain in Spain falls mainly? Well, the rain in Portugal falls mainly on me and on Pedro here and on Cristiano Ronaldo and the Portuguese squad who are training behind me ahead of the World Cup. Let's have a chat to Pedro before we go and have a look at Cristiano Ronaldo out there. We've just had a news conference in which João Mario, now at Benfica for a while actually at West Ham, explained about that image yesterday in the dressing room here where Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes looked like they were having a bit of a cool moment, but he says not.
Yes, yesterday the national team of Portugal, they just put images without sound on the social media. And if you look at those images without the sound, it looks like a little bit a cold image, because Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes, when they see for the first time, they are not smiling. So after this tense moment between Ronaldo and United, all social media start making some news about there was like something wrong between Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes. But today, João Mario just clarified all the situation. Ronaldo was the first one to come to national team camp, and Bruno Fernandes was the last one, and they both play for the same team. So Ronaldo made a joke to Bruno Fernandes, asking him if he came by boat and not by plane. So that was the only thing that they were talking about. There is no problem between Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes, and both of them are focused on the World Cup.
Do you think that is just the national team media machine getting a player in front of a news conference to say that, or do you suspect from the vibe you're getting here that that's the truth, that they've no problem among the players as far as they're concerned with the timing of that interview?
I don't think so, because if you look at the timing of that interview, I think nowadays the national team wants to defend Cristiano Ronaldo from that interview. They want to talk only about the national team and not about the situation in Manchester United. So if these images show something that was real, if there was a real problem between Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes, I'm 100% sure that the national team will never share these images.
Well, come over this way so that Steve on cameras can go and see if he can pick out Cristiano Ronaldo, the main man, of course, always the main man, of course, whether he's just done a big interview, a controversial interview or not. I think at that news conference, João Mario said that, look, you're asking me about Cristiano Ronaldo now. I'm always asked about Cristiano Ronaldo, whatever, at every national gathering, so nothing particularly new in that regard. So in terms of the World Cup and in terms of the mentality of the squad, is the vibe good here going into the World Cup?
Yes, I really think so. If you look at the players now training, they all are smiling. The group, it's so closed, and I'm sure that this kind of news and this kind of situation between Ronaldo and other players, it doesn't come inside the group. They are focused on this World Cup. There is a mix nowadays between experienced players and many young talented players, and I really think that they are helping each other to make a good performance in this Qatar World Cup.
Why do you think Cristiano Ronaldo has timed this interview and all the headlines it was bound to create just before the World Cup?
You know, Gary, I think you agree with me if I say that this timing wasn't innocent, because Cristiano Ronaldo knew that this was the last day in Manchester United. After that, he had to come to national team, and he will have a huge break with this World Cup. So now Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have to be in Manchester, doesn't have to lead with the media in England. He is completely focused on the national team, and now he thinks, in my opinion, that this is kind of, let's say, an all-in from Cristiano Ronaldo, because he thinks that he's going to perform so well in the World Cup, and after that he will have many clubs that could sign him. Because if you look at the last transfer window, let's be honest, there were no big clubs interested in signing Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, I don't understand why. They have their own reasons, but I think that Cristiano Ronaldo is focused on World Cup, making a good performance, and then he can be transferred on the winter transfer window.
One of the options that's been spoken about is Benfica.
Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting Lisbon, thank you. Is that likely?
No, I was trying to confirm that, because I already asked that question many times, because when you talk about something about Cristiano Ronaldo leaving Manchester United, of course there are some media that almost always connect him to Sporting Lisbon. And I tries again, wants to clarify that situation, and from Sporting side, some sources close to them said that it's impossible, even for Ruben Amorim, a young, talented coach. Nowadays, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't fit in his project.
I've also heard people around these parts talking about, actually controversially, Benfica as well, but to move from Sporting to Benfica is quite difficult, isn't it?
Yes, I don't really think that Cristiano Ronaldo would play in Portugal in another team which is not Sporting Club Portugal.
From the vibe that you see out there, and you know him quite well, obviously you cover football in Portugal, they were just saying in the news conference that he's very happy. He seems very, very happy now. He's not at all worried by all the fallout of that interview. Is that the impression you get?
Yes, as João Mário said in the press conference, Ronaldo is always happy when he comes to national team. So I really think that this called for this World Cup for him. In this situation in Manchester United, it's like kind of escape from that tense moment that he's living nowadays in Premier League in Manchester, and now he could be happy because I'm sure that he's going to play regularly, which not happen in Premier League in Manchester United. So I'm sure that in this World Cup, Ronaldo will be almost always in the main 11, and he's going to try to perform as high as he can, to, let's say, shut up those people who say that he's old and he can't fit on teams that can win Champions League.
A lot of Manchester United fans now aren't having Cristiano Ronaldo because of that interview. He's getting a lot of anti-Ronaldo comments from Manchester United fans. What do Portugal fans think of him now? Do they still love him?
Yes, I think the Portuguese fans doesn't connect those Manchester United words to Cristiano Ronaldo, to the icon that Cristiano Ronaldo is for the Portuguese players, because we are talking about, if not the best, one of the best Portuguese players ever. So I don't really think that this interview had that impact in the Portuguese fans.
Do you think he'll play on Thursday? There's a friendly, isn't there, against Nigeria?
Well, you know, I really think that most of the players who will play in the main 11 in the World Cup are not going to start for the friendly game, because we are so close to the World Cup that I'm sure that Fernando Santos, Portuguese national coach, is not going to risk some players like, for example, Ronaldo, like Pep, that have a physical condition, I'm not saying limited, but they are not as young as they already were. So I'm sure that he's not going to risk them in a friendly game when the World Cup is so close.
He's still so fit, isn't he? He's still got one of the best training regimes of any professional footballer. He says that he wants to play until he's 40. Can you see him playing at the top until he's 40? Can you see him having another tournament with Portugal?
Yes, I really can see him in another tournament. He said some month ago in a national team event that he wants to play this World Cup, and he confirmed that he wants to play the next Euro, the next European. So I really think that on his mind, Ronaldo will play at least for more 2-3 years in a high level.
Right, great. Thank you very much. Well, we can, I think, leave Cristiano Ronaldo there to his warm-ups. A full training session is about to take part. We'll probably have to leave here soon, but of course, keep bringing you updates on this big, amazing story from Portugal and, of course, all around Europe. There was Cristiano Ronaldo looking, as we've seen, very, very happy indeed. He doesn't mind about the bomb he's dropped back home. He's enjoying Portugal and the prospect of a World Cup.
And even the rain too. Gary, thank you very much.